Figure we'll just kick off where we left off.
We're seeing troops amassing.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised all yours? Best of luck out there, Sid.
Clive, you're back.
I am.
Well, all of it.
We had it's one for the
Welcome home.
It's good to
I feel it, which means
wouldn't dream it. Otto, Henny here.
Shouldn't you be?
Thank you.
the conquering hero returns, and with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident Ffxvi suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The Kingdom of Walud claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Walud shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Walud? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Blackwood?
Oh. I'll try.
What?
Nothing.
Good.
Clive? What's Ffxvi, dear? That it? Fine.
And what can I do for you? It's a real thank you. Go on then. It'd better all be here. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
What do you need? What's Ffxvi, dear? cash.
Not that I...
Well, but
Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading...
So, I can think, not at least, well, she's been very well.
He cracked the crystal too.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive?
I'm going to...
Sorry, I've got to get this.
And...
Only... Me and Mid, we're other... And don't win. I'm met at the stack thing. I'll come... Good old. First things... The stack will be made up of three major... There's the head and...
probably best to take it...
Then I've got choke.
Right.
Luckily...
Blackthorn. Can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. I'd spare myself it. Go on then.
She's...
Krieger's teats. Well, and I'll kick.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid...
And
Take it. It's this that me, which is now. That's
Well, one of...
and
Right. Gav.
All right. So,
There's a...
so I'll go and scout the place out.
What?
You two, eh? Don't go letting them fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
Good day to you, Sid.
The crystals we get.
Ah, Clive. You're to go. It give.
Of course.
You might.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
It's all but speak.
You all right, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Quint... or- Do you have a moment?
No, in was
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate? You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before.
Black Shield.
What the hell are you doing here? What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need to warn Quentin.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. You're always welcome here in Lostwing.
Clark, like the and I'm who the
and what
and I know I mean so I shot the with and I see we what quint but my friends and comrades.
I'm not going.
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Oh, where did all the men of the rock
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Run like the wind. Thanks, Gal.
I did not intend to fight you here. Okay.
My blade yet.
Wait. 38? The fuck? Where am I? I bet he's 6 levels higher than me.
Come. Let us feast on your flesh.
Your feasting days are over. Too slow.
I miss?
Nice try. Too slow. Nice try. Nice try. Those who kill for sport deserve no better.
Well, good news. I can fight something 6 levels higher than me. As long as that fight was not as difficult as Titan.
He's scored the best. Right, I had to trade my picture. You know what?
Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
My carpet.
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Ah, there you are. The one.
That's true. And Mars.
Now, do something.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav? Let's go. Thanks, Gal. Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here... Don't know what Black thought, but if...
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me. That should be it. Not for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
You finished?
Enough.
Oh, that might... Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk.
It does.
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
That was...
And those shoulders of yours hardly ever see around the hut. You can't...
Was that...
Only...
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. You go.
Right. Ready to go home, boy? Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
Yeah. Cheers for the Stardust.
We should go out. It beats.
I'll make a start. It'll take.
Thank you.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout.
I went up to give some greens to the top.
Mid hasn't been
Editors started reading books that don't have any.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that
Just. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name?
Oh. Here, exit now in this.
You commit. Well,
It's.
nice. But that.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
Ready, go? Run like the wind. fight. All right. Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Too slow. Too slow. Nice try. Thanks, boy. Nice try. The things I do.
Sid!
You shouldn't have any.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll,
All right.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Well,
Can you?
right away.
How may I help you today, Clive? Your benefactors are a generous lot. Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
Hippocrates.
For you, Clive?
Well, could you...
Shielding for a mithril engine? Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. And yet... What can we but I see.
So it if the
thank
So you need a...
Can we count on your aid?
Oh, what?
Thank
So, Clive, who will accompany you?
All right, so...
I have taken the liberty of...
Garlic. Are you sure this looks like the ingredients for some...
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent so much now.
Well, I was hoping to...
All right.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research. Now, where's Talia?
Keep them pilchards nice and
We
chilled.
need to stock up on these.
I won't have used.
There you are.
We should... Let's meet...
Buy, sell, or be gone. Go on, take it.
There's talk at the glass gate.
What can I interest you in today? I trust it's all here.
That should do it. Hopefully Talia's finished too.
Fresh cuts! Come! Up! You'll not find a bruised...
Well, did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic? Boss, we're not in... Do you know? In all the years...
Well,
I've no...
What is it?
Oh, I can... I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. Thank you, Taya.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too. Well, I think I'll meet.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Oh,
How's work on the ship?
Well, I will.
You can count on me. I've mixed more.
What about the
work?
Of course. Oh, and
It appeared a shame when both the follow perhaps leave.
Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid, but you'll be...
You know, when I... Whatever you... Let's Mid.
I'm up.
Oh.
It's finished!
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you. That's one down and just...
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines and we'll be needing a displacement stack for...
You don't mean...
Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to... Right, I'm off to get a sleep.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Think it's so... That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in... But now she's so close to being finished. I've realized I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to. I want I want people to sail a border by choice, in a world where we're not just trying to survive, but...
I'm working, and I'll do everything I can to get...
All right, as soon as sod up...
Are you sure?
Something...
He'd be proud.
You,
I was.
Right, there's just one thing I need to finish up.
All right.
Aye, aye,
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really? Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
He cracked the crystal too.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help? What could be wrong with Torgor? Hopefully it's nothing. I got your note, you think?
But eating, you know.
No harder than... Is that it, boy?
What was it he said he was?
That's what the lawsman seemed...
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's...
I suppose things happen different. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean?
Lawsman, she's...
I rather think she might be right. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bone, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not if we assume that his newfound magics require addition. It may well be that the Bones Lady Karen is accustomed. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose... As to where one might find a suitable substitute...
I don't recall ever seeing any...
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely... The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near...
Even so.
Good hunting.
Blackmore is like that.
Still, never met you.
So, we can... I'll shut them with you. Well, thanks.
Run. Little one, isn't which can it? It's low and record. Oh.
So, not you.
What? A little. Zach, I'm gonna need help.
Be late.
There you are!
So let me get this straight. You forget, and instead of coming straight, you get Clive to come to you. The man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. Well, who needs
Oh, just Martha. And the date.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million
Each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and well,
Those ledgers were my response.
We have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened after the king's ransom we had off him. He deserves better than to sit. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own.
All right. But that doesn't... Is there anything I can...
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. A little something Sid and I set aside, and I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associate...
I'm sure they will.
Should be me making the rap. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark.
I know. Which is why I don't...
Go. Do you know why, Oni?
because you'd rather...
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you.
Well...
Don't worry.
Really?
No.
There's talk that the glass... How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that?
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want to see you again.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Still no caravan.
Milady.
Gifts?
Oh my.
Otto asked me to give to settle the hideaway's and to compensate you for the...
I thought you might finally be... Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried. The man owes me nothing. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly.
You once told me Sid did you a I'd like to do the same. And for Otto's. For all of us.
Otto is lucky to... I doubt anything could ever replace his son.
Otto had us.
Long ago. Yes. And blamed himself for not being... I don't know how it happened. Whether there was anything he could have done.
I didn't know.
How could you? Besides Sid, I've never met a man. An ill habit. Given that both have always been surrounded by friends. Clive. We weren't
Oh, but it's see, and no one.
A star, Rube. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can...
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out, I charged that much. Anyway, why are you the one here? A bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason.
Same as back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander. Probably knew that with Sid and when... And that...
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Now, will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Oh, Torgal. People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
My carpets have...
Take a sniff. Now, son, I know you're king, but...
You too can live like a lord.
same Drake's Fang is gone. The whole Mother Crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined! Out!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests around.
Ready?
Would you...
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left his...
Run like the wind.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamel.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What? Well, and each there's why? But and why take the and. Too many to count. And is farewell. Ready?
I think think his lordship is rather taken with you. Come.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's...
I noticed you. Stop. Oh, now.
Speaking of...
You can. Well, don't just stand there, go. Is it business or pleasure? I don't know many fleshes. There are then.
Sorry, no, you...
Whetstone.
Yeah.
No wonder I couldn't get the same for one hit, and it won't be so bad if all you ever... Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent...
Even so...
I think I did not step up and jump up.
Just...
Up. Hey, you all right? What do you need? Good blood. Morning. What do you want? And? Ah, Clive. Were you able to...
Lady, do you the family?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider, in short, and one here. Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? Were you aware? But what of the... Yes. I have said it many times. His story. Look around. Why? I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. There is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you. If If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it. You are always welcome, Clive.
Ned told me she was building a ship.
So, I hope it wasn't. I'm sure.
Good girl.
Fly, Ambrosia.
All right. That'll do, girl.
Yeah!
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
You lose!
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. I should... This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If the wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself. Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump, I sometimes wonder what I...
Speaking of which,
Oh! So you remember what's owed to you, then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get...
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of time. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit...
I knew so little about...
Almost.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories. How long did you nose?
Before he died, back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship. He bought passage to... Oh, forget what. We set up drinking Island rum till the morning bell dragged me back. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's bat. But me and Sid stayed close. That was... But the magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day. And there was no hiding.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who wanted the monster taken. I couldn't turn my back on him, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me. Him who swore he'd do everything he could. And he was true to his word, too. Threw a... on you? He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
I think Mid might need some help.
All right there, Sid? How... That's the... The Telemon Malembic. And it works just like the...
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speak...
There's no need.
Don't be... Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in.
What?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. See, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a...
Well...
That's the spirit! Well?
It certainly feels...
Right?
Thank you.
No. For supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. And I'm telling you, there's...
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Kuka, when Only I wish you were here. Your benefactors are a generous lot. You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
All right, Clive. Astrid finished. No, excuse.
Not quite.
She said that.
She.
Clive, were you born yesterday or she'll probably be halfway to Kent?
Mid.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Oboleth.
Yep. You in a hurry and all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she... But anyway, I was on my way up. That's got a urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I...
Thank you, Oboleth.
Don't mention...
What tidings? Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need some...
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just...
Well, but next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work, just like when we built this place. Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to... Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting.
Gav will be leaving with me.
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joined. She's got some things to take care.
I hope she's telling the truth. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go? With them? Oh, thanks, Nan!
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot! There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today. Run like the wind!
think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
You deserve a rest.
How does we each?
Well, if I'm going to have to...
No.
You...
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of...
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
And if you ever want to see it...
Nice try. That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we found ourselves the right...
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a
You've done your part. It's been a pleasure.
Isn't it? What it...
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path
continues on the other side. Don't get surrounded. So this is Ffxvi.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominants and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sambrek, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab market's to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Good girl. Run like the wind.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
Oh, come on in. How is your Sunday? Yes, Sunday. So, Dakota, you missed a hell of a fight last night. I beat Titan. That was a 20-minute fight, I think. Oh no, it's not that it was... He's a healthy bastard. I'll say that. Or was. The fight itself is pretty standard, just attack and defend. But dude, he absorbed the Aether, turned into a literal hulking titan creature-esque. By comparison, Ifrit was a tiny little creature after the Aether was absorbed.
You're finished. There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
And nasty.
Peaches and pears, beets and beans.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
It's storming outside, so it's fun.
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
Also, Dakota, I have learned these two are not siblings.
Legitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
Looks like we aren't the only
No.
ones who are eager to leave.
Childhood friends.
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through.
I don't think it was stated
Let's go and find Goose.
yet. But I had read something somewhere. I was like, oh, they're not family. And then last night they almost kiss.
Come taste my peaches.
I'll take the large one.
Oh, good.
Clive,
Slow down, Goots.
it's betrayed us. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the...
Do you...
Hey.
What?
No.
So yeah, they definitely have a romantic interest in each other, or at least a physical interest in each other.
And the other on our purses.
Out of my sight, wretch.
I just overlook it. Just didn't go the right direction.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Boklad?
Also, the doggy
I gather Lady
has
Karen
powers.
didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass.
I mean, you shouldn't have any issues Amazon or eBay, honestly.
Honestly. Goose told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little band could have done this?
We or we you?
We just need our pass back. Then we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct?
Yeah, you should be able to find it on Amazon or eBay.
But I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain.
The dog is Fenrir. Let me get a cutscene. I should be able to pull up a picture. So honestly, I'm not sure. It's probably more ice-related than anything.
Is that Aura?
Because the lore based around it. When the dominant of Shiva is in dire need, Fenrir will appear. Or something along those lines. I just want to access some shit. So yeah. Now on the first part. I would have thought it would have just been a single cable. Because the Wii was before HDMI. So it would have been the RGB. Or... Oh. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find much in the way of original Nintendo cables. Yeah, Fenrir looks to be Icy Boy. It shouldn't be. As long as ratings are fine, off-brand's usually fine. As long as it's not the electronic itself, wiring and whatnot, you're not really going to come across something that much different between the original,
Are you the furniture maker?
or between name brand and off-brand.
She told me before. No. The thing.
don't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion.
Fish, can I?
Yeah, but I have no way to trigger its turning or anything as far as I know.
All right then. Question your children. How hard can that be?
Come, taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
I'm sure your peaches are as sweet as nectar. That's not sexual at all.
What? No.
What is what we need? Please, do you please thank?
How many damn children do I have to talk to?
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy, I'm hungry. That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off. Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over. Could use one of those things to get out.
Chance would be a fine thing.
Would they now?
Shit, we're in trouble. What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do. Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
Ooh. Nice. I've still got my copy of the Wii U.
It's all right, Hunter. I just want to...
Fine.
I'm looking for the people who are making you
Call themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I knew they were bad, but it didn't come at all half the time before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick...
Hunter.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is what...
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have...
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goods. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister? Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
That.
And why would she? I'm just a back and a blade.
I don't know if the GameCube and the N64 had the same.
Theodore, what do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have
I don't know. Nintendo is weird when it comes to their consoles.
stealing from. I'd been look. But if he clap then.
Oh, wait.
So what you all? On.
Couldn't if I wanted.
Wheel to Laney's Club.
Laney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
That's that then.
There are no crystals here. The one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own. I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
We got company!
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural born.
Especially the little ones.
It will be a shame when they chop them off.
Scum.
The leaders of the cut.
They don't deserve any mer.
I wasn't planning on shut.
We're ready when you are.
Oh, I'm.
Fuck! That guard from Buckland! Kill him! Kill them all!
they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And trade.
Have the names been checked?
Not yet. I reckon. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we?
Of course. Oh, and
we'll be glad.
Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't
I
getting...
mean, it's been going on for a decade? Question mark?
So it was the car and the... Speaking...
You up? Here.
I do feel like it was early 2010s when it started. Could be stupid.
Boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then.
Nope.
But it wouldn't do to
September 28, 2013 was the first episode in America.
Sid.
So yeah. Been going on for 10 years in America, almost.
We're on the same...
I don't... It would be up.
And are on the honor.
Here, Clive.
See, 2013.
What is it?
Ella.
That was 2 years after I got out of the Air Force.
Well, good.
And I wasn't really doing anything at the time.
Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Because I didn't meet Rachel
Out of my sight.
until January of 2014. So yeah, at the time I was with my previous girlfriend.
Caravan stops next.
So I was working at Domino's at that time. Okay.
Here you are, Goots. Try not to lose it again.
I believe it.
You found it! Oh, I'll have to say thanks to Elle and Theo too.
So should you, Hansa. You and your friends don't have to steal anymore. If anyone's threatened...
We do. And we were this hard. And you said, well, I'm gonna be...
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
Mercenaries.
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
Right. Let's go.
That's a big crystal.
I see. And You're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert influence.
The Phoenix and Bahamut.
But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts. And more than a few at that. A beast that lay
Naming scheme for Final Fantasy or for Attack on Titan?
But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own.
No.
And I must discharge them. Come what may.
Well, like you said, they're just trying to drag it out as much as they can possibly do.
What do you know of my blood?
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter. From a
Yes, she's still a conniving bitch.
in Gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies.
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness.
But, so yeah. Apparently she had a child with the Emperor. That's the little blonde kid that has been with her.
Or should I say?
And that kid's already been crowned the Emperor.
May your fire reduce his enemies to ash, till all of Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
Which is still Game of Thrones-esque.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let us take to the skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
Yeah. Either that, or for that one specific game, they'll have to use numbers. But at the same time, by the time it reaches that point, I'll be fucking 70.
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
Not saying I won't be playing games at that point.
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you. And this is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the Empire restored.
Do I have to? I have to. There's a side quest here. I'm already here. I can't back out. There's 3 quests. God damn. Fine. We'll do the fight. Oh, big power plays. Like, I wouldn't be surprised that before Clive's father was killed, she had already started hooking up with the Emperor and was pregnant.
They turn to drink to forget.
By the time Ifrit and the Phoenix fought.
The harbor is empty, and half the market stalls too. The city may seem peaceful on the surface, but it's balanced on a knife edge. Were we to give it a nudge, it might be just the distraction we need to reach the Mother Crystal.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
I'll send a Stolas then.
Also, Dakota, aren't you supposed to be streaming today? Or did you change your mind? Because I thought you usually start an hour ago. Hey, you ever get a PS5, I will account share with you, so... Because it's a digital copy.
I don't know. Torgal.
Where did the wolf jump from?
This way.
Also, why have him jump up there, just jump back down?
city's on fire.
I'm sure Goots is fine. He'll be making for
My
the
stream fucking lagging again. Thought I had that fixed. God damn it. Encoder overload again.
Watchman or sentry is to be slain on sight.
But spare the citizenry. His Highness's orders were clear. The people...
Those were Imperial Dragoons.
Okay. Damn, what the fuck is overloading? Yes, again. Yeah, my computer's trying to shit itself right now, and I don't know why.